Namaste, my name is Dhieyo and welcome to my channel. Today I'll tell you about our head posture, the importance behind that posture that can keep us connected to our spiritual powers or keep us disconnected from our spiritual powers. Okay, but first let's talk about how this power was taken away from us from those who understood this power. Okay, in earlier times, now in ancient times when invasion used to happen, all the slaves that were caught, their hair used to be cut off and they were always made to look down. The reason behind the hair, I've already made a video on that called Wear Your Hair Like the Gods Did. You can watch that video behind the reason of them cutting the hair and why you should grow your hair and the way you tie your hair. But here let's talk about why they used to make us look down all the time. Okay, so the other time that you're looking down is when you're ashamed, when you're guilty, when you are sad, when you're upset, when you are when you've not done something right, when you're being scolded, when you're low in esteem, when you're depressed. These are all the negative emotions which make us look down. But what happens is when somebody as a punishment tells us, okay, keep looking down, all these emotions start building up in you. You could have the most amazing thought going on in your head, but that will last for a few seconds, a few hours. But eventually over a period of time, when you're constantly looking down, these emotions start coming up, which make you completely powerless. Okay, so why were they making you do that? Because in ancient time, there was a practice followed, which was called keep your head up, keep your chin up, which even today we tell people, keep your head up, keep your chin up. But the reason behind that was that when you're looking, when your chin is up, okay, not abnormally up where you're looking like this and you're walking like this throughout the time, but now if I'm looking straight but I keep my chin up, is your third eye would be connected to the spirit world, automatically connected to the spirit world. So the ancient practice of meditation is also the same way, where you close your eyes but you keep your eyes slightly open, pointing your eyeballs towards the third eye, but you keep your head slightly tilted upwards, slightly tilted upwards. Okay, this connects you to the spirit world. So now if you're looking straight and you're trying to connect your eyeball to your third eye, will it give the same effect? No, the importance is on keeping your chin slightly upwards. So when you're connected to your spirit world, you are obviously connected to spiritual powers, which make you free-spirited, which is difficult for somebody to make you a slave or get you to do what they want you to do. So even in today's time, there are a lot of people in a particular higher position who will indirectly have the people who are working under them look always down. A lot of gurus do that. The people who are close to them, the minute the guru comes, everyone's looking down. They don't want them to be powerful. That's the reason behind it. So continuously when the slaves were made to look down over a period of time, they just lost hope of freedom and they were ready to do everything that they were asked to do. That's how a lot of kings, a lot of emperors would have their entire team of people that were working with them always looking down to keep them spiritually disconnected. So in today's time, what has the Matrix done? The Matrix has got all of us cell phones. Today, all of us have our heads down. We are busy on our phones. You could be meditating for 1 hour. You could be doing this for 1 hour, but most of the time, all our heads are down. You could be watching the funniest thing, the most interesting thing, the most knowledgeable thing, okay? But over a period of time when you're constantly looking down, these are the things that are building up in you. You're feeling sad, you're feeling emotional, you're feeling guilty for no reason. All these emotions are building up in you because you're spiritually disconnected now. Okay, so what do? Do we give our phones away? No, you can't do that. It's part of our life. So the best thing what spirituality teaches is whatever the Matrix throws at you to keep you bound, to keep you like a slave, you use the same thing but you modify it to your convenience. So now how difficult it is for you to lift your phone up at least to this height. When you're practicing your meditation, when you're in your day-to-day, you're walking, you're talking, you're sitting somewhere, you can keep your chin slightly higher. But now when you need to make use of your phone, how difficult it is to hold it a little higher, just a little higher. Now that you know the reason behind it, that this is why our cell phones are there, is to keep us looking down like slaves throughout the time. Okay, so now if you imagine like a snorkel, You know, when you go snorkeling, you've got this thing attached to your mouth like a pipe for you to breathe, so that you can see everything that's beautiful down below in the ocean. Is the same thing. Imagine an invisible snorkel right over here on your third eye, pointing upwards. Would you want it to go down and not get that oxygen and drown in this ocean? I wouldn't want that. Okay, so keep your imaginary snorkel high. You need to use your cell phone, get it slightly higher. It's going to be difficult initially, but walking was difficult, right? From crawling, we stood up and we started walking. So eventually, start making a habit of keeping your phone slightly higher to whatever you're doing. This information doesn't mean give up your phones. It's impossible. I'm not going to give up my phone. Okay, people's life depends on their phone. Our entertainment, our food, our health, our interaction with people, everything is related on this phone. So we need it. But we can make good use of it. But let's not give our spiritual powers away by looking down. Keep your chin up, keep your phones up in your day-to-day life. Make sure your chin is slightly up, not abnormally up where you're walking like this and going and banging into things. Okay, so that's the importance of keeping your chin up. That saying has a lot of meaning, but in time people have lost the meaning behind it. Okay, so chin up, get your spiritual powers back. And if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel. Until I see you again, have a good life. Namaste.